It's day 5 of the America's Netball World Cup qualifiers at the National Indoor Sports Center in Kingston, Jamaica. SportsMax has been providing elite coverage of the event since Sunday. Let's now join Ricardo Chambers live on location for an update.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mariah. Well, the big news is that Trinidad and Tobago have qualified for next year's Netball World Cup set for Cape Town in South Africa. They came into last night's encounter needing victory again, knowing that victory against the USA would get them to the World Cup, and they duly delivered. They started a strong 7 and they went out early, took the advantage 18-8 at the end of the first quarter, and although they did not play their best match for the most part, they did what was necessary to get them through. 27-13 at halftime, 38-19 at the end of the third quarter before going on to win 43-29 at Trinidad and Tobago, led by Afisha Noel in the goal circle. Once again, brilliant. Also, their captain, Shakwanda Green Noel, was also impressive on the defensive end. The United States of America have shown good defense throughout this entire tournament, and they did so last night again, but Trinidad and Tobago proving too good. The Calypso girls winning their 6th match from winning their 6th game from as many matches, and yeah, they will represent the Americas, one of 3 teams to represent the Americas at next year's World Cup in South Africa. Shakwanda Green Noel spoke to us after the achievement, and as expected, she was quite elated.
Not our best game. At times I thought that we were very scrappy, but it would be remiss of me not to expatiate on our formidable centre pass defence. I think that other teams will probably be brooding at what we have to offer. Not our best outing on our best showing in the qualifiers, but a win is a win and we'll take that.
And you're heading to the World Cup next year. I can't believe, I was looking at Twitter, and I follow a lot of journalists back home in Trinidad and Tobago, and they were saying, they feel so proud looking at you all, fighting your hearts out on the court. They were even calling on the ministers and stuff to give you all more support, because they were saying, imagine if you got that support. What do you say about that?
Oh, definitely. First again, I'm flabbergasted at the thought of going to the World Cup, and definitely we needed support, because I will mention that we were out of tape to come to today's game. The manager had to be looking around to get tape first, so definitely if you're out there, please support.
An eloquent Shakwanda Green Noel there, the captain of the Trinidad and Tobago team. Congratulations to them, 6 from 6. Just one more match to come proper in the qualifying tournament, and then they will also have Jamaica to play on the final day of this competition. So Trinidad and Tobago safely through to next year's World Cup in Cape Town. Barbados in the perfect position to also get there. They have won 5 from 5, and they need one more victory to guarantee themselves a spot at the World Cup. Last night was a big match. It was against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They would have known that. St. Vincent and the Grenadines came out playing really well, took a 12-10 lead at the end of the first quarter, looked as if they were serious to challenge the Barbadians, but Barbados really stepped up from there on. They dominated the second quarter, scoring 15 goals to 8 by St. Vincent, and the Grenadines run out to a 25-20 lead. They were 43-26 up at a 3-quarter time before finishing it off 57-36. At the end of the night, it was really a no contest, and at the end of it, you would have to say another impressive comeback by the Barbados Gems, because they were serious. They put on the pressure in that first quarter by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines team, but that is what champion teams are made of. Barbados would have come into this tournament quite confident that they will make it to the World Cup, and although they've had shaky starts all the way through, they have consistently been able to raise their game match after match and find a way to win, and that's exactly what they did last night. Let's have a look then at the full results confirmation. Barbados beating St. Vincent and the Grenadines 57-36, Jamaica 74-48 over Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago 43-27 over the USA, and Antigua and Barbuda losing 42-47 to the Cape Cayman Islands. A first victory for the Cayman Islands at the tournament. So Trinidad and Tobago, they have qualified for the World Cup. They have 12 points, 6 wins from 6 matches. Barbados, 5 wins from 5 matches. They're in second and 10 points. 1 win away from confirming their place. Grenada, 3 victories and 2 defeats. Unlikely that they can make it to the World Cup now. They would need a lot to happen. Barbados to have a couple of defeats, and they would have to win their remaining 2 matches. St. Vincent and the Grenadines also with a mathematical chance of making it to the World Cup, but they would have to win all 3 remaining matches. They would also have to hope that both Trinidad and Tobago and Antigua and Barbuda beat Barbados, which, let's be honest, is quite unlikely that Antigua and Barbuda will get anywhere near the Barbados team. So you feel as if Barbados at this stage would have done enough. These are the matches set up for tonight. St. Lucia will play Jamaica. That will be part of our live coverage. St. Vincent and the Grenadines up against Antigua and Barbuda. They are expected to win that, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Trinidad and Tobago will play Barbados. The Vincentians will have a close eye on that one. Victory for Barbados will secure their berth to Cape Town next year, and the United States of America will take on the Cayman Islands in the 4th match of tonight. So that's how things are set up here at the National Indoor Sports Centre in Kingston, Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago already securing their place to the World Cup in Cape Town, and Barbados on the verge of doing the same. They can do that tonight, but they have to beat the table toppers, Trinidad and Tobago. It is what we call a top of the table clash, and quite likely could be the best top of the table clash that we've had in this tournament so far. Hopefully the best match we've seen in this tournament. A lot of the matches that we have done have been one-sided, maybe close for a quarter or 2, but in the final analysis, on most occasions, it usually ends up being a one-sided affair. Mariah and Leighton, Mariah, I know you're quite happy. Trinidad and Tobago making it to the World Cup. We have Gerard Morris-Sealy here at the NISC, and he will be looking to bring the luck for the Barbados team tonight as they look to also get through.
Good luck to them. Ricardo, quick question. When you look at this Trinidad team, obviously now they've qualified. Samantha Wallace, once she gets well and joins this team, how much better do we expect Trinidad to be, given how relatively poorly they were at the Commonwealth Games earlier this year?
Well, what Samantha Wallace will do, she will add experience of playing in some of the world's best leagues, and she will also add quality and, by extension, give depth to the shooting circle. Afisha Noel has had a very good tournament here, and you would think that she would be the backup shooter to Samantha Wallace when she does return. Trinidad and Tobago have blooded a couple of youngsters in this tournament. Tiana Dillon at goal attack and goal shoot. She has looked good sometimes. She has had a couple of good games, but she's had a couple of off games as well. Chanel Dolland is another one. She had a terrible day yesterday, and so the Trinbagonians will be thinking to themselves, if these are the youngsters that we have to go to the World Cup with, then maybe we will be a little bit concerned, because they still have a lot of learning to do. They still have a lot of development to do. The consistency is still not quite there. But if Samantha Wallace comes back into this setup, then they will breathe a little easier, knowing that she will add that type of experience, and she will be able to help the youngsters along, and alongside Afisha Noel will add potency in the shooting circle for Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, Ricardo, thank you so much for that wrap. I'm sorry that I couldn't be there today. You'll have to do with Gerard. I'll be back with you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's okay, Mariah. It's your loss. We know you would prefer to be here than where you are, but I mean, that's okay. We'll enjoy for you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Not good. That's not a good one, viewers. I love the SportsMax zone. We're going to take a quick break, Leighton, and we'll be right back with them.
All right, guys.